What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of F1 2017 Career Mode. Today we are doing the Bahrain Grand Prix. Well, when I say doing, I mean sort of doing. You'll find out later in the episode. But first off, qualifying didn't go too well, and the reason being is the engine was very worn, and I didn't realise how much engine wear affects performance. And yeah, well, it affects performance a lot. So we didn't do the best qualifying session. I haven't got any gameplay from it. I don't really record the qualifying sessions. If you want me to, let me know in the comments. But I was giving it my all. And yeah, we just didn't really do that well in qualifying. So let's see how the grid lines up. In pole then, we have our teammate Kimi Räikkönen. Second, we have Hamilton. Kimi did a really good job. On the second row, we have Bottas in third and Ricciardo in fourth. On the third row, we have Verstappen in fifth and Massa in sixth. And then on the fourth row, we've got Perez in seventh, Grosjean in eighth. Yeah, we're still not here yet. The fifth row, we've got Hülkenberg in ninth and Ocon in 10th. So we're definitely out the top 10. Then we have Magnussen in 11th and Carlos Sainz in 12th. We're still not there. This isn't good. We have Kvyat in 13th and Stroll in 14th. And there we are, all the way in 15th position. 2.5 seconds off the pole time. And then we've got Alonso in 16th place. So yeah, we've basically got a Honda engine. And then we have Palmer in 17th, Van Dorn in 18th. And then completing off the grid, we have Ericsson in 19th and Verline in 20th. So yeah, I'm pretty sure now you can see that we didn't do too well. And that was solely just down to performance. We just didn't have the engine. I was losing a lot of time just going down the straights. It would have been close as well if we did have the performance. So we might have not got pole anyway, but we might have as well. But yeah, that was really a bad qualifying session. What I thought would happen is the team would change your parts when they get too worn, like they do in real life. So you have like a race gearbox that you use in the race. I think you might use it in qualifying as well. Not 100% sure though. Let me know in the comments if you do know. And then you have like a practice gearbox. But you don't really get that in the game. It's just one gearbox for the practice, qualifying and race. I don't really get why they would have it like that. That could be an improvement for the next game. And also, I think they should have like the team recommend or tell you like, well, this turbo is getting too worn. We're not going to finish the race. It's going to blow in the race. You want to probably change that. I think that would be the better option. But now I know that we have to actually do it manually. So yeah, we're just learning our way. Because all these parts that get damaged and that is all new for this game. So yeah, it was a noob error by me. And that really just completes qualifying. Now, let's get into the race. Also, this video is going to be styled a little bit different to the previous career mode episodes. First off, we're just going to go through our start right up until we don't do the race anymore. And then we'll run through the rest of the grid start and see how they got on. So yeah, let's get straight into it. So here we are, counting up to the 5 red lights, marking the start of the Bahrain Grand Prix. And they are out. We are underway for the 2017 Bahrain Grand Prix. We didn't get that bad of a start, but on the straights, we are just a sitting duck. Even the McLaren Hondas are going past us. That is how slow we are on the straights. But we dive up the inside into the first corner, making most of their moves back. And now we're behind the Toro Rosso of Daniel Kvyat, nearly running into the back of him there. Again though, on the straights, even with the slipstream, we are just sitting ducks. Nothing we can really do, should I say. But on the inside again, we dive up the inside. In that braking zone, we are nearly neck and neck. But Daniel Kvyat gets in front of us around these two quick corners. Again though, diving up the inside, the braking zone is really just our thing and how we make up them places. A little bit of oversteer. Toro Rosso though keeping with us into this tricky braking zone, one of the hardest on the calendar. But again though, we have a straight, and once again we are a sitting duck. This is quackers. That was a bad joke. But Kvyat in the slipstream, nothing they could do though on the straight. So we're on the same lap, just near the end of it now. Toro Rosso getting mighty close on the straights as we cut the corner quite a lot. On the start-finish straight, going to the second lap. Daniel Kvyat all over us. Kvyat going to the inside line, but we get back into the slipstream. Again though, Kvyat pulling away as the Renault goes up the outside there. But in the braking zone again, a late move up the inside into the first corner, squeezing out Kvyat into the second and third corners. And back on a straight. With all that smoke, we probably would have got told to retire the car in real life, but this is a game. That would be a cool touch if they added that. So this is the same lap, the second lap. We are getting close to Hulkenberg in the Renault as we dive. Another late move up the inside into that hairpin right. But we are now heading into the tricky braking zone as we seem to slow down there. Hulkenberg dives up the inside, but then we dive back up the inside and get a load of oversteer. But now we are on another straight and we drag race in the Renault all the way up the straight, but the Renault manages to win with an engine that probably isn't as worn as ours. The third sector is mostly just about power, and we have none, so that is why the Renault's getting away, and now the Toro Rosso of Kvyat is back behind us. Again, another straight, and Kvyat diving up the inside, but we managed to hold him off. I think there was a little bit of contact there. Onto the main straight now, going to the third lap. All the cars really close. We got the Renault, the Toro Rosso diving up the inside again. I think there was a little bit of contact there. Some part might have flew off, but into the first corner, keeping around the outside and then up the inside. Manages to keep that position. Again though, another straight, and the Toro Rosso is back in front of us. And then another late move up the inside. And then bang! The engine blows up. That is literally it, actually. I was actually very surprised at that. You literally, as soon as your engine goes, you just stop. And that is why the Toro Rosso ran straight into the back of us. And yeah, that is race over. We only managed to do 3 laps, I think it was. I mean, it was a good battle. It was a good battle on the straight. So like I said, we were sitting duck. There was nothing we could really do. So that's why we tried to late brake up the inside on the corners, which actually worked and was rather fun. And yeah, that is what it was like at the back of the grid with a very, very worn engine. I think the turbocharger, the MGUK, I think it's called, were both on like 95-96% wear when we started the race, and then they just both blew. I think something else went as well, but I'm not sure what it was. It might have been the exhaust system or something. And yeah, we had multiple components failing the engine, and that was just race over. So let's have a look at a replay on board with Kvyat. As you can see, we are going into that corner. Kvyat actually locks up into that corner, and we dive up the inside, and we get away in the acceleration, and then bang, yeah, nothing Kvyat could have done, and that was it. Race over. I think Kvyat probably would have lost the front wing and carried on, but once the engine blows, that's just it. The race is over for everything, and it just simulates the rest of the race. You can't really watch it. So yeah, let's look at another replay on board with Sainz, who was the driver behind Kvyat. As you can see, that smoke from our engine, and then bang, that's it. As quick as that, our engine blew, we were out of the race, and Sainz probably would have gone into the back of Kvyat as well if it carried on, but it didn't. So yeah, and that is really it for the Bahrain Grand Prix. Now we're going to have a look at some starts from other cars to see how they got on. So let's have a look. So this is the leaders starting, our teammate Raikkonen and Hamilton. 5 red lights once again, and they are out for the Bahrain Grand Prix. They got really good starts. Kimi actually got a fantastic start, pulling ahead of Hamilton into the first corner, and Raikkonen manages to keep the lead ahead of Hamilton. We got the Red Bull slotting himself into third place of Daniel Ricciardo in front of Bottas, and that is really the leaders starting off. So we are now going to be watching the second row start of Bottas and Ricciardo. 5 red lights again, and they are out. Here we go. Ricciardo gets a really good start. Bottas gets a average start, I'd say. But Ricciardo now on the inside line into the first corner. Bottas sticking with him though, but Ricciardo manages to get that position in front of Bottas and slots himself into third place. So we are now going to be watching the start for Massa and Grosjean. Once again though, 5 red lights, and they are out. How many times have I said that now? But Grosjean gets a lightning start already on the side of Massa going to the first corner. As you can see our engine smoke there in the background. But into the first corner and Grosjean ahead by just a little bit. But now we're going into the second corner and Massa, let's say, cuts that quite a lot. But the Merc engine in that Williams pushing it along down the straights to get a little bit in front of Grosjean. But Grosjean is not giving up the place. Again, side by side. This is great racing between the two. Still though, no clear winner of this. Into the right and left corners. Again, still side by side into the hairpin. Maybe Grosjean will get in front, but Massa sticking with him all the way around the outside. But now we are heading into this tricky braking zone. But it looks like Massa has managed to get that manoeuvre done into the tricky braking zone. Down the straight, though, it doesn't look like Grosjean is going to put up much of a fight against that Merc engine, because it is no secret that that Merc engine is very powerful and very quick. So that has been some replays of the start of the race. On screen is a cutscene of us retiring, and then we're going to go to the podium to see who the top 3 drivers are, and finally go through the results of the Bahrain Grand Prix.
So, another fantastic victory for the Silver Arrows. So, Ant, how exactly did they set themselves apart from the pack today?
Without a doubt, the safety car changed everything today. The key to their success was keeping calm and reacting to the situation quickly. We've seen teams in the past throw away wins because they were too hesitant, but here they were decisive, and that's allowed them to take the advantage.
So as I say that, we can see the drivers coming out now to collect their trophies. It's yet more silverware to take back to their base in Brackley after another excellent Grand Prix.
So that is the Bahrain Grand Prix. Now let's go through the results. Hamilton managed to win it, just half a second in front of Raikkonen. So that must have been a really close battle. And then we have Bottas in 3rd and Ricciardo in 4th. Verstappen in 5th and Massa in 6th. Perez in 7th and Grosjean in 8th. Ocon in 9th and Hulkenberg in 10th. So yeah, with Hamilton winning that, let's look what that has done for the championship. So this is the championship order. Hamilton has managed to take the lead with 58 points. We are in 2nd place with 50 points, so there's only 8 points separating us. And Raikkonen is in 3rd place with 36 points. So yeah, even though we managed to win both the first 2 Grand Prix, Hamilton has took the lead after that DNF. So this championship is definitely very close and pretty intense. The next Grand Prix is Russia, but let's have a look at the Constructors' Championship. So the Constructors' Championship, Ferrari are leading it with 86 points. Mercedes are 2nd with 85 points. So there's only 1 point in it between the top 2. And Red Bull are in 3rd with 55 points. So the Constructors' Championship is very, very close. And the Drivers' Championship is very close. So yeah, both championships are heating up. And that is really it for the results of the Bahrain Grand Prix. So yeah, that's really it for this video. I've said what I thought about the damage and that at the start, so I'm not going to go on about that again. I really thought Raikkonen might be able to win it, but we didn't see what happened at the end of the race. But I bet that Hamilton and Raikkonen battle was really close. And yeah, that's really it for now. The next race is at the Russian Grand Prix. I enjoy that track. We've got some new parts. We've got a new turbo and MGUK, I think it's called. And an exhaust system, I think. All the 3 parts that failed. So we definitely have a lot more power now. So hopefully we might be able to get that lead back in the championship. So yeah, that's really it for this video. Let me know in the comments what you think about the race ending when you get a engine failure. Personally, I'd rather it just like roll to a stop, not just end like really suddenly. But yeah, let me know in the comments about that. Also, let me know in the comments if you are enjoying this career mode and are hyped for the championship, both championships in fact. And yeah, I'm going to leave this video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to let me know in the comments or by leaving a like. Subscribe if you are new. Have a fantastic day. Peace.